the benefit of those people that are new, we are going to talk about how our technology works. This is just going to be a very brief overview. We are growing very rapidly now as a company, and many people are not familiar with our patch technology. So let's talk about this. So LifeWave technology is a non-transdermal phototherapy patch. This is not a drug. It's not a delivery system where we're putting a drug or nutrient into the body. There's no nutritional supplements involved. What we're doing is stimulating the skin with light. And we're going to talk about exactly how this works and, of course, how you can benefit from this. Now, the patch can be applied just about anywhere. In the case of the X39, the recommendations that we give is to apply it behind the neck or just below the belly button. But let's say that you had a sore shoulder. Well, you could apply the X39 right to the pain or the site of the injury. Or if you had a knee problem, you could also put the X39 there. Let's say we've had some great testimonials on using the X39 to relieve migraine headaches. That could be placed right on the right temple, could be placed in the center of the head, wherever you care to do that. But regardless of where you put the X39, it's going to work. So it's very, very simple to use. And for business building, you just apply it. There's not much training involved. So let's talk about how this is working. This layer up over here would be the patch. You apply the patch to the surface of the skin, and it's immediately activated by body heat. Now, keep in mind that body heat is a form of light. It's infrared energy. So this activates the patch. The patch then will begin to stimulate the surface of the skin with light. So in other words, the patch is going to reflect light and stimulate the skin. And we can see this over here. What we do with the patch is that it reflects very specific wavelengths of light onto the skin, and this is going to stimulate the nerves on the surface of the skin. And this in turn will cause a biochemical change in the body. So let's give a practical example. We go out in the sun, and the sunlight, the UV light, will cause the production of vitamin D. This is really the same thing. We're just using different wavelengths of light to cause different biochemical changes in the body. And in the case of the X39, we are activating stem cells. So the big question then is, what benefits can you get from using the X39? Well, the first thing to know is one of the advantages of LifeWave products is that we can use the technology to increase or elevate the production of compounds that are already in our body but usually decline with age. So let's use an example. Our bodies already contain antioxidants like glutathione and SOD. Glutathione is the body's master antioxidant. And as we age, the production of glutathione goes down. And glutathione is so important that how long we live is directly connected to our body's glutathione levels. Actually, it's been found that people that live past the age of 100, they all have elevated levels of glutathione. So a number of years ago, back in 2006, I created a patch to elevate the body's glutathione levels. So the X39 is very similar. The X39 is capable of elevating naturally occurring compounds in the body that would normally decline with age. But in the case of the X39, this is an entirely new category of products for us because of how it works and what it does. So in the case of the X39, it's going to elevate a peptide that's known to activate stem cells. There's actually a lot more going on with this product, but we're going to get it. But let's just focus on the stem cell benefits because there are many and the benefits are truly incredible. So first thing about our products and about the X39 is that they produce an immediate effect. Now this makes sense because we're not trying to put a vitamin pill or an herb into the body, so there's no reason why we have to wait. We're simply stimulating the skin with light and we get an immediate response. So in the case of the X39, one of the things it will do is increase the production of antioxidants. By elevating antioxidants, we can also decrease inflammation. So what people will notice their very first day of using the X39 is a general feeling of well-being and improvement in their energy and vitality. As a matter of fact, this is one of the most common benefits that people report with the X39 is an improvement in energy levels. Now, let's say you take someone that has an injury. During the first few days of using the X39, they could get a decrease in their energy levels. This is something to be aware of. The reason for this could be one of a few things. First, the need for water goes up when using X39, so you should stay very well hydrated. Water is necessary for energy metabolism, and it's necessary and involved in everything in the body, including repair of injury. So sometimes people can become dehydrated when using the X39, and then that would make them feel a bit fatigued. Another thing that occurs from using the X39 is that it's going to help increase the speed at which our body heals. And this is important. This is called anabolic metabolism. Well, 80% of the time when we're in anabolic metabolism, it's going to be in the evening. So, in other words, our hormones change and they shift to a mode of repairing damage. So this could put us into a calm and relaxed state, which could feel like fatigue, but it's really not. It's the body going into a deep state of relaxation. And this will, when the body is healing, then eventually this will go away and people will experience more energy. And of course, this doesn't really show up as being wired like on caffeine, but it's more like you feel very steady, calm levels of energy throughout the day. Now, another extraordinary benefit with the X39 is the improvement in the quality of sleep. We're actually doing a clinical study on this right now, and people report that their sleep is incredibly deep, and they're also increasing the length of time that they sleep. This is because the X39 produces a shift in the hormonal chemistry in the brain, and this is something that we're measuring. So this leads to an improvement in sleep. And again, this is all related to how the body heals from injury. Now, some of the best testimonials we have on X39 have to do with dramatic pain relief. And in most cases, the pain relief occurs within minutes of use. Now, something that's important to know, because we already have several products that help manage pain, such as IceWave, Eon, and glutathione. But X39 is very different. In fact, you could apply an X39 patch to the back of the neck and get pain relief just about anywhere on your body. So again, from a business building point of view, this makes it incredibly simple. In other words, if someone is suffering with pain, you could simply apply the patch to the back of the neck, below the belly button, or if the person wants to, directly at the point of pain. Now, one thing that's important to know is that sometimes the pain will temporarily increase. This is totally normal, and let me explain what's going on with this. When there is an injury to the body, inflammation is required to tear down the old damaged tissue. So that's the purpose that inflammation serves. Stem cells are actually attracted to inflammation, and then they can begin to heal the body and generate new normal, healthy tissue. So if someone has an injury and they apply the X39, they could temporarily have a mild increase in pain from an increase in inflammation that's associated with the healing process. So if it's only a mild pain, they could simply leave the patch on if they can tolerate it, or if the pain is too severe, they could remove the product and then drink water and apply it later when it's a little bit more manageable. But wanted to let you know that this is a normal part of the healing process. Now this is exciting, wrinkle reduction. I had someone who hadn't seen me who I saw the other day, who hadn't seen me in a while, say, wow, I could really notice that your skin has become more tight and firm. And of course, I really enjoyed getting that compliment. But we do have many people that report to us that they are seeing a reduction in the appearance of lines and wrinkles. And this is really easy to understand because collagen, which is the most abundant protein in the body, collagen production is increased when you activate stem cells. So in other words, when there's any type of injury in the body, or when stem cells are creating new cells, collagen is required. So when we activate our stem cells, we make them more active, more efficient. This is going to lead to an increase in production in collagen, and one of the benefits that we get from this is a reduction in the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Now, many people start to notice this within the first few weeks of using the X39. So 2, 3, 4 weeks is all it takes. But I'd recommend staying on the product 8 to 12 weeks to really see the full benefits. And you'll love it because the benefits continue to get better. Now, when we exercise, the goal is to damage the muscle. We don't really think of this as that being the process, but when we run, when we do calisthenics, when we weightlift, do Pilates, whatever it might be, the goal is to put enough stress on the muscle so the muscle damages. It's when the body repairs the muscle that the muscle becomes stronger. So now it becomes obvious that since stem cells are repairing the muscle, if we're improving the way stem cells work in the body, we are going to increase the speed at which we recover from exercise. As a matter of fact, one of our leaders said that he thought he was healing in real time after exercise with the X39. The other thing that comes with this, of course, is if we're recovering from exercise more quickly, that means our sports performance also has the opportunity to improve more quickly as well. I'm sure we're going to do a study just on this particular feature of the X39 in the future. Now, hair growth is a fascinating one, and we have gotten a number of testimonials on people saying, oh my gosh, I'm getting new hair. This is not a coincidence, and it's not your imagination. There have been independent clinical studies done in the field of stem cells, not with our X39 patch, but in the field of stem cells, where when you apply stem cell growth factors to the scalp, you get new hair growth. So there is a scientific basis for this. We are not engaged in a clinical study at the moment on this, but we are keeping watch over it, and it may be something we do in the future, but something to keep in mind. Now, there is a phenomena called remodeling, and this is extremely interesting because it has to do with a reduction in the appearance of scars. So we can think of scars as being a distortion of the structure of the skin. Now, we already know that stem cells are wonderful at elevating collagen production for improving repair, and this is where reduction in the appearance of scars comes in. There's another phenomena called remodeling, which as the skin is replaced, now we can help to support the repair of the structure of the skin. and this will lead to a reduction in the appearance of scars. Now, by far, some of the most dramatic, I'd say the most dramatic testimonials we get on X39 are in the area of wound healing. And of course, this is not surprising because when we think of stem cells, this is exactly what we think of, healing the body from injury. Now, wound healing, of course, is a natural process. When a part of our body is injured, stem cells come to the rescue to start to repair the injury. Now, of course, this healing process is not 100% effective because some injuries we get in our life never heal. And that's going to change, by the way, in our lifetime. We'll see injuries that were previously not able to be healed can be healed with stem cell science. I'm not making a medical claim, by the way, on the X39. Just want to be clear about that. So clinical research has already proven that elevation of the compound that the X39 is elevating causes stem cells to elevate production of growth factors that lead to these increased rates of wound healing. So you could say that the X39 helps to support the natural wound healing process. And I definitely encourage you to go to our website, lifewavex39.com, and you can see some of the incredible healing experiences that people have had with this product. Okay, this is my personal favorite. Well, wound healing and youth renewal are definitely my personal favorites because we are an anti-aging company and we are moving to be not only in anti-aging, but also in youth renewal. What does this mean? Okay, in our body, we have about 19,000 genes that are associated with proteins, that manufacture proteins. And as we age, we begin to lose access to information in our DNA. This is one of the ways that we could describe the aging process. Now, what's so exciting about the X39 is youth renewal, that we can actually reset thousands of genes in the body, in the DNA, to a younger state. This is a very simple way of saying that we could expect by resetting these genes to a younger state that we'll have better health and vitality. And as you might expect, other benefits as well.